Tonight, from Seattle, Washington, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This defense for the Niners, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Get there and bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 19 carries, 102 yards.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does. They want to make sure they get him there.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 more yards there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. Here's Guerrero on first down.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Tip Ryman hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 catches, 85 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's 3rd and 9.
19 Charger, 19 Charger.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You look at this Niner defense.
This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. 2nd from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is a #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test, going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
First carry here for Ken Walker.
About 3 yards there to the 27.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
They'll try for the 1st with Walker. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
This will be caught just inside the 10. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
His second rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from drawing level. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Williams being motion left. Play action. Here's Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
52 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Can we just take that run and turn it into kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
7-7, our score after one. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll run with Mitchell. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. This is caught. Touchdown 49ers. Xavier Worthy with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Well, the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Here's 2nd and 8. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. That is caught. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And good work there in open space, and he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Extra point try now for Moody. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, this jet sweep is so popular now in football, but Charles, here's the downside, a turnover.
Yeah.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second to look at this. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down.
Looking to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. The offense on third down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
This one goes underneath to Walker.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 5 yards. Not enough, and it'll be 4th down. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
49er teammates back onto the field.
And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. A big play there for the Niners. 52 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
86 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Over the middle and taken in by Laporta.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up with the legends now. Congratulations.
Now receiver in motion left.
He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the 49ers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The drive summary that time. And 5 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Seattle now.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for the Niners. 48 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
But first down, Hurts.
He's going to let it go again.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
That's a nice job there to... Defensively being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit.
From the 16, Hurts. That's into the hands of Worthy. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. McCaffrey. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Tip Ryman.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Niners will extend their lead here just before halftime. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. Starting the 2nd half with a run by McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And even 100 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey.
And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Jalen Waddle, 28 yards. And the 49ers are able to add on to that lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks.
Hurts. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks will have the football as this is taken up.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Throwing is Hurts.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Boswell's kick is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball to the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers.
Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and 7.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
142 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd and a couple. A run out of the gun with Brooks.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They'll stay on the ground with Brooks.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. And we've got them now.
And he'll go down at the 28.
7 yards there and a first down.
This has been a tremendous drive to this point, and this is all you want, playing with a lead in the 4th quarter. If you can keep the ball on the ground, keep the sticks moving, you're going to be in good shape to finish this one off.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. They'll try the middle with Garindo.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
They're breaking us about right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Tip Ryman
with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season.
And the 49ers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he will have a Niners 1st down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the 49ers, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Seattle, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Seattle.